What is up, my peeps? I am back with another double feature here, and I think this is going to be the first hacks figures I have from Boss Fight Studios. So we featured this guy here before on the channel in size comparison, but I thought it deserved its own review along with this guy that I got recently. And I love these two figures a lot. I think they're pretty cool. Maybe I was a little too strong with love, but I do think they're pretty cool figures. So this is Samhain the Fear Dorka, and this is the Blasted Land Orc, the Savage Warrior. Now, I'm not too into fantasy too much, even though sci-fi is kind of fantasy, but just with science. It's really good looking figures, and honestly I also feel like when you're into this kind of scale, just like any scale, when you buy some of these figures, they come with accessories and you could use it for other stuff. Anyway, with that being said, let's get into it. They already have all the accessories I can fit on them. We're gonna start with Samhain, aka Kratos. I really dig the aesthetic. That's why I got the figure. As well as I had an idea of taking all the fantasy-ish stuff off of him and trying to put some of my military stuff that I have from Joy Toy on this figure and make him look like, like an alien warrior that joined the fight, to help hunt predators and stuff like that, and xenomorphs and such, or defend themselves. But he has his whip on him, which I think it's his coolest feature, but I wish they would have went with the bendy wire instead of the rope, but it's fine. It looks great. I have plenty of bendy wire. I could replace that easily. My favorite feature he has is that awesome hammer. If you wanted to, you could probably make that Mjolnir if you want. That hammer is amazing. I really, really dig the hammer. His armor is fantastic as well. His overall aesthetic, I think the hacks figures are, they tend to be visually aesthetic. I really, really like how they look, and this one is no different. It has to be probably the best one. Now there's a new one coming out, and it's a Barbarian Warrior, and it's literally the same figure but with the new joint system. They have a new waist articulation. They have new thigh articulation as well. So the top of the body is going to be the same, but the lower body is going to be the new torso pieces. So that's going to be cool, new hip pieces. So that should be nice. I'm thinking of getting that one too, because it comes with really awesome axes that I can see like a Predator having. But yeah, this is an amazing figure, and the articulation is going to be the same, so I could show you. He could hit the T pose pretty easy, but the armor is going to get in the way with that one, but he does hit it pretty easy. He has probably a good split. He could kick pretty decent too, 90 degrees. Whew, that's nice. Don't want to get in the way. I like the figure a lot. The only thing is that, again, it doesn't have thigh articulation. And if you see here, one of the points that gets deducted is the knee is kind of facing inward, not even neutral. I mean, if it was a little bit more splayed out, that would have been better. Like, for example, the Fresh Monkey Studios Grim Reaper that I reviewed recently, he doesn't have thigh articulation, but the ball joint allows for a deeper swivel so that you could have more of a natural facing knee towards this way, so you can't really move it too much, but it is articulated enough to get a double knee. We have the ankle rockers here too. Oh, no ankle rocker, but it does go back and forth, and it does swivel, and that armor does come off. You could take this off if you want. I'm not going to do that because they glued it. Maybe I should when I'm going to customize this guy. That's going to stay there. You could actually take this off. I saw a video on it. It's kind of, you have to take the foot off first, and then you heat this up, and then this could peel off, and then you could make him more, army aesthetic. He has a good elbow bend. Is up 45 degrees, which is fine. That looks good. I like that. I think the best thing about him is the upper torso. It's very movable, like the upper torso. And I really like how physically imposing he looks. Like none of the Joy Toy figures except for Rigo are like this ripped. And I like that. That's originally why I got this too, because I was like, oh, I want to make him look like he's a Joy Toy guy by decking him out with a whole bunch of military stuff. So stay tuned for that. That'll be probably one of my custom videos that I plan on doing soon. And of course, he has an awesome, he could look down that far, he could look up that far, and then if you bend the back, he could look up high, so he could look at those xenomorphs. He could look for some Yautjas or listen to them. I like the blinded one, but this is why Hank said he's like Kratos. Look at that. Tell me that's not Kratos. They're being really slick. But yeah, I mean, if you wanted to, you could call him Kratos if you want, just blue instead of red. But I like this figure a lot. One of the cool things about this guy too, is he has his splayed hands. They look dope. Let me put you down for a second. I really like how his splayed hands look. He has the symbols on his hands as well, and you could like measure it. You could put one on and have him with the hammer, look like he's sizing up that swing. Yeah, I think even though he doesn't come with as much accessories as the blasted landorc, I like the splayed hands, which I wish they would have came with the blasted landorc too, because this is the only buck of that color. There is no other one that color, so he's kind of lacking in that department. He has extra hands too, but it's the same hands, nothing different. But yeah, this figure is amazing. It's cool. You could get it just for the accessories. I tend to use some of these figures accessories on my Predators customs that you've seen in the past, and I really dig it. Now moving on to the blasted landor, I put all this is all his accessories right here. He comes with the two hands, extra hands. They're the same direction. They're not like, usually they come with like, you know, either up or down. These are both like inner. I don't even know how to inner hands, but it is the exact same. So I mean, if you break one, that's fine. It comes with this extra I think this is called a Morning Star, where you could put that on his nifty axe in the back. I mean, hammer. You could take this hammer off and put this on, but I really like the hammer, so I'm going to keep that hammer. And this looks nifty. I really like that. He comes with his extra helmet, and the helmet is dope. This helmet attaches onto this piece. Mine's is having an issue with that. I guess I have to warm it up. But I like this helmet, but I like this one more because it kind of blends in with his face better. Right? That looks good. And these also, all these accessories come with him too. I love that knife. If you guys used to see some of my earlier videos, I used to have my Hayatoy's Boar Predator with this weapon. For this video, I took it from him and gave it back to his original owner. He comes with this nifty shield, nice and battle damaged. Looks fantastic. He comes with those shoulder pads as well. He comes with this chest crest that wraps all the way around. He also comes with the dead animal, you know, fur wrapped around his waist. He comes with the fur wrapped around his wrist as well as forearms. And he also comes with a nice cape of, you know, dead animal skin. I love that. I love this so much that I actually bought the accessory pack for Vitruvian so I could try to deck out one of my Predator figures. Stay tuned for that. He also comes with another head sculpt with no beard, if you look. So this one has no beard. This one has the beard and the nose ring. And see if I can take that off. Yeah, so you can see. So there's a nose ring and a beard. I like this head sculpt better. I'm gonna keep it in line with that. That looks great. I like this head sculpt. Now I took that out and maybe I shouldn't have, but yeah. Oh, put it on perfectly. Nice. So now I'm gonna show you the hammer, because the hammer is my favorite one that he has, even though I like that damn obsidian knife as well. They have the same articulation, so I'm not gonna articulate him too much. But yeah, this is the axe. Well, not axe, sorry, the hammer. Looks like it's crudely made. Looks awesome. Yeah, man. The aesthetic again is really, really, really good. And in time, what you can do, Vitruvian hacks are doing other lines now. Like they have, I think Skelly did the Phantom. Sorry, I kicked the camera. He did the Phantom, and those are like their hero hacks line. And they also started doing their own zombie lines, which looks amazing too. Um, but I'm thinking like later down the line, they'll probably start doing some army guys as well. And when they start doing that, since the parts are swappable, you could probably later down the line take those arms out, take the head off, and take the hands out and put them on like an army figure, make it look like, instead of a fantasy, is like, again, like what I plan on doing with, Samhain over here. Gonna deck him out with army gear and make him less fantasy. Probably still keep the axe though. Like that'll be his gimmick. But yeah, another thing you could do too with these accessories is you could deck out other figures with it. Now, these have peg holes in them, well, pegs in them, so you can't, unless you cut them, which I did for some of the ones I'm going to have on my Predators, and you could glue them, or, cement glue, or you could do super glue or hot glue. Either works fine. But that looks amazing. So I hope you guys enjoy these figures as well. I'm probably not going to get any more for a while until they do, more modern figures like the zombie ones. The zombie ones look cool, like the cop, the museum curator looks nice. The schoolgirls with the samurai sword looks good. I felt like buying the schoolgirl one just solely for that samurai sword. But I'm not going to spend almost $30 on just for the sword. But yeah, look at this. Obsidian blade is awesome. This looks great for the price. Both of them were 26. I think they were $26 on Big Bad Toy Store. I think the Blasted Landork has gone up in price because he's becoming more rare as time goes along. So I would suggest you getting this on, soon if you're interested. So we're gonna move on to the size comparison. All right, so stay tuned for that. Okay, now look at what we have here. So we have here, we have Fennec from Boba Fett. We have Big Head Kelsey. We have Rigo. We have Warhammer 40K, one of the Infiltrator Marines. We have Snake Eyes. We have Mishaku. And then we also have Jazaware's Marine from the Halo Infinite series. This is how they're going to pair in your, collection. So whatever you might have, I'm happy to have like a nice little bunch of these now because I could do a fair comparison now with like other soldiers and other like human warriors and such like that. So that's how they're gonna look in your collection. So whether you want to pair them up with 40K or with some of your other Joy Toy stuff, if you want to pair them up with your GI Joes, with your Acid Rain, or with your Star Wars or Halo stuff. So that's how they're gonna pair. So now the next one we're gonna go to is everyone's favorite, the Hayatoy stuff. Well, my favorite. Ooh, I had to work some magic for this one. So now you could see these fine fantasy warriors with some of our favorite highest stuff. With the AVP1 Alien Xenomorph, AVP2 Alien Warrior, and the Alien Colonial Marines Alien Crusher here. And some of my favorite Predators that I did not customize, which is Berserker from Predators, Celtic from AVP1, and the OG himself, the original Predator from Predator 1. And this is how they're gonna stand with your collection if you decide you want to go this route. But I would assume if anyone's buying this stuff, they're gonna keep them in line with their fantasy stuff. But I thought I would just show you guys how they do pair up with the rest of your collection if you have these guys. Well, that looks like it's about it, ladies and gents. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like and a comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Thank you very much. This is Ben with That Damn Figure Show, out.